Happy Sunday, you beautiful person. So last year around this time, we cut some prickly pear leaves from all the other bigger plants, and we planted them. And they were just sitting in the ground basically for a year. I had a small leaf there and a small leaf there, but now spring has sprung, and prickly pears are jumping back into life. This is some of our living fence coming up here. It's still very hidden. This is a prickly pear there. See, there's one over there. They should be in the fence about every 70 centimeters. There's a leucaena there. There is a prickly pear over there. And all through this fence, that is another cactus over there. All throughout this fence, all the way around. This is what we're aiming for. We are definitely not there yet, but we want to make a good mix of leucaenas, thorned prickly pears, thorned cactus, and different cactuses that we can later on chop off, sell, use for food, things like that. So it being Sunday, we had a family thing this morning. I asked the guys yesterday to start planting between the onions. You can see here with the scratched. Looks like they stepped on some onions as well, but all of these holes are corn. This is in Damien's forest, and these are just onions that were planted too densely in Mikon's garden, that were transplanted into Lucas's garden, and he basically stole from Matthew. Stole is probably not the right word. Appropriated from Matthew. Now the idea is we'll be planting the corn, or we've planted the corn now, this whole block here, even between the onions. We'll be growing them, and then when the onions are ready, we'll take the onions out, throw down a lot of vermicompost, and then we will plant pumpkins in this patch here. This is the ditch that's going along to go give those horses water. We're laying a pipe in here at some stage. Okay, so this then is mulch. This is coming from the stables. Now in the olden days, like a year ago when we had the drought, this is something that we would not be able to find anywhere. We'd pay for this. Now we're just going to take this and then lay it on the ground everywhere between we're planting. So something that was so valuable to us a year ago is now just a normal waste product, something that we can afford to use as mulch. Very, very scarce a year ago. So we are very, very grateful for the amazing rain season we had and the amazing amounts of grass that we've been able to collect. Where's this pipe coming from? What's this? What's this pipe here doing here? I've been thinking that the longer the permaculture movement goes on, the more valuable biomaterials will become. People will stop burning stuff, and people will start harvesting biomass from all over the country. Anywhere where they can find a stick or a grass or anything like that, it would be harvested. Anyway, okay, so I was very afraid in the beginning of the season that the termites will start eating all of our grass mulch. We've been applying lots of grass mulch in Mikon's garden. We haven't had any problems, and as these things will come up now, we'll make the grass mulch thicker and thicker until we have grass mulch everywhere. It is a wonderful product and a blessing to have. To me, it also looks really nice. So if you're a Namibian with a garden, consider having your open spots instead of looking like that. Look like this. I mean, that could be a nice cover for an open spot, any open spot in your garden. Just normal grass mulch. You can also go the mint route, like that. These ones, you must consider that this is now the heat of the day, so the mint isn't looking happy. But you can also go the mint route. I'm just not sure what the end result will be of these guys. At the end of the day, they might take over the whole farm. Seems like that's their mission. Apparently while I was out on my family thing this morning, the guys also planted other parts of the garden with corn that I didn't realize. So they planted them like we planted sunflowers last year. I'm okay with that. We'll fertilize with worm compost like crazy this year, put in lots of potatoes, make sure that we've got a serious ground cover going. We are going to mulch now again. I see lots of the mulch has started disappearing. We've got a termite family. See, there's termite action there. Termites eating our mulch. There is some radishes and things still coming up. There's some radishes still in the ground. Ooh, this is cool. This is some of the flowers coming up. But the corn and the pumpkins will now then be the next crop after those. So the radishes will have their time, the corn will have their time, and then the pumpkins will start seriously interplanting Damien's forest. The mulch is coming along. This is now 2 wheelbarrows full, filling up between all the onions as well. See, so we water, the idea was we water the onions any case, so the lemon might as well, we want to water the melon in any case, so we might as well plant onions. That was the idea, and the prickly pear and so on. So the tree, we want to water the trees, so we might as well plant onions to water. I don't know how to say this. While we're watering, we might as well have other crops. Now we have onions, we add more water, we might as well have another crop. And I think this whole interplanting thing, making sure that there's never no roots in the ground, is going to be wonderful. But for today, that is going to be the end of my story. I hope you have a blessed Sunday. Go well and have a blessed week. I hope I'll see you tomorrow.